Guys, we are back with this thing, and we want to see if this thing will really roast the tires. All right, so no longer are we gonna have just 2 open dips. We basically have this one is completely welded up. We are at least gonna be able to do some pretty healthy launches with the help of at least 1 additional front tire. So we should be able to launch it pretty hard. Let's see what this thing has. We're gonna go right next door over to Showtime Speedway and see if we can get a pretty nasty launch here for you guys. Oh, Laz, this is so freaking nice. So, what's what? We don't have it listed.
Key on. That's auxiliary fan. Those are nothing. And then I start.
Okay, let's do it, man. Feels like it's down a cylinder at the moment, and we have a number of different things. So we've changed some of the coil harnesses as well. A bunch of things had to be moved around because of the firewall, as you can see down there. Everything that we had open is now been moved and or lengthened. Just got to make sure everything feels good and right. But right now it seems like we've got a misfire on this side. All right, so good news is 1 is disconnected. Hopefully there's not any more than that though.
Well, those are the ones that got moved around.
Yeah. That side I know has been fine since. All right, fire in the hole. So our selectable front diff, this guy right here, which thought was going to be a pretty awesome saving grace, turns out to be more than, pretty much nothing more than a nuisance at the moment. So this is our ZR2 front, and unfortunately the selector part, when it's disengaged because of the transfer case of what we have, it's trying to send all the power up there, but there's nothing engaged. We're stuck until we get that shoved back in. Pull it out to engage, and we push it in to disengage, but sometimes just I think we're gonna have to rig that so that is permanently engaged, and we're just gonna have to solve it with the transfer case.
Unfortunately, we had this same issue at Clearwater Cars, and we had strapped it up then and were able to move the truck around, but we never tried to actually launch it or do anything hard. The torque load on it might be pulling our zip ties and stretching them.
Here, I'm going to try and see if I can get it and shift. All right, so I had first gear. It felt pretty darn good when it came into the power. Unfortunately, when I went to stop and went in reverse, apparently I must have knocked it out, and I don't any longer have any sort of drive. So yes, it's the same as being in neutral. It doesn't go anywhere. And tires are just starting to get a little heat in them. Look at the perspective of all that stuff that's caught in the turbo. That is awesome. Well, we made it without braking. So honestly, that is kind of a blessing in disguise. The fact that the brakes need to be bled again, I think we still got some air in there, and the clutch also feels a little bit like it does as well. gives us a little bit of homework to do. We got a couple other things that we need to fix. So like the throttle pedal is still not in the right position. We need to move that over a little bit and down. Just when you mash on the brakes, it kind of gets in the way and stuff. Definitely got to do something about that.
So we're gonna raise this link up to the second bolt hole, I think, getting a little bit more room than just grinding this. And then we can trim off the lower holes and do the same in the rear to keep it parallel. And that should give us a lot of room.
Yeah, we were a little reluctant to do that, but the JSM guys were talking about, you know, hey, the geometry, and you were saying as well, hey, that probably should end up being about the same, all said and done. Another solution also that we were considering was moving that over. However, upon further review, that's going to go up a little bit over there, and that would be a problem. I liked that idea. Basically, it was saying, hey, you know, that does need a pivot on there, but being 100% straight does not matter. So I did like that rather than having to cut off some form of adjustment that we had. But I guess here's the other thing too. We could actually still, if we needed to, add one up there, and we could still further modify that if we needed to as well. We know a guy.
Possibility of this getting into this cross brace, which we might have to just relief notch that.
Yeah.
Big hammer.
And I mean, we definitely have hit that. It's all, we can definitely see
We've
that
raised
that
the
is
ride height twice since then too.
Yeah. So a little earlier we had gone up about four turns up is what we had done.
Four
Right?
threads, probably like 5/8 of an inch.
Okay.
And then a lot more rebound too.
Gotcha.
So that'll help.
Trying to keep her from hitting stuff. Figuring it out little by little. All right, so this is our pesky little problem right there. So that cable goes to right there.
And this was adjustable, and we'd had this adjusted all the way out to the point that it came loose, trying to get more tension on it.
Yeah.
And pulled it all apart, looked at everything on the inside looked good, put it back together, was setting the adjustment.
And that's what it looked like when I had it in the car. It was like right there. Okay.
Josh was manipulating this, and he started doing this, and I felt this pulling tension on it. Found out it's got another adjustment we didn't know about.
Indeed. So main point that we have now is we're gonna try and tape that thing to where it will not move, or somehow solidify that such that there is no more adjustment whatsoever.
Take all the bumps last.
Drive up.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, let's go around the track. Hey, will you be mad if we wall tap James in the seat of the smart car?
I mean, it's more like is his wife gonna be mad.
He told us to do it.
Won't tap you.
Just a little kiss. Things running great, man.
Yeah, thanks.
It barely made it up the hill to get in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was struggling.
All right, so from last night, you bled the brakes, bled the clutch, and it feels night and day difference. What else do we get covered?
Not hitting anymore?
Yeah, we raised it up. It does feel a little bit better here and there. All right, so no, I didn't notice it hitting on the way in like it was on the way out last night.
Okay,
so
you got another good inch of clearance.
yeah, it does look a little higher right there. You can
Well, not
definitely
only
see.
that, but the bracket that we cut off.
All right, so right now, let's try and see if we can get a decent burnout out of her. So let's give it a whirl. A little bit.
Because what's happening is you're hitting that concrete and it wants a dead hook.
Yeah.
It goes from spinning on this asphalt to dead hooking on that concrete.
All right, I'll just try and do a more of a smoky burnout. something does sound bad. She didn't go nowhere.
Let's get out and find out what it is. Hey, we did bring a tow strap so we can tow you back with the smart car.
Really?
Yeah.
There was something back here.
Yeah, the front disc is so good. All right, let's see what we got. Probably the trans-
Something up here shit the bed because that's where I seen.
Yeah, the noise is like right next to my leg. It could be the transfer case.
Could be the output jack.
It won't move at all.
It felt like it basically went in neutral again, you know. Hold on, watch out, Coop. Nothing. It probably would be the transfer case. So this is the Trailblazer SS one, which we were told is like trying to get a 4L60 to hold like 1,000 horsepower. So, hence part of why we wanted to do that. But it does make sense that it's a transfer case because since it's a center diff, this is the same thing as being disengaged from the front and having zero load and it going nowhere. It's like being in neutral.
You want to go get the tow mobile?
We can do that.
Okay, thanks.
So we're going to be towing with 4 people in the smart car. This is really a major stress test.
Of the smart car?
Yeah.
They're
Hey.
designed for this.
I fixed this twice.
All right, hey, before we hook up, so good.
Around this core support. Put both ends on each side of the cam.
We'll go to this turbo.
Come right here to this whole pipe.
Cooper, your ideas are terrible.
Just go around that cam. Remember
I'm
the
not the
back
guy that
end?
decided to blow up my freaking transfer case. I mean, he came at me first.
Come at me, bro. Huh?
Second one he broke in the burnout.
Yeah, at the same venue.
Maybe you should stick to doing street burnouts.
Does anybody know who plowed into that dumpster?
A Honda.
A Honda?
Okay, so hold on. We gotta mention this. So down our road has become a little bit rambunctious.
A little bit.
Fridays and Saturday nights. Not because of us by any means. They just started doing that, and
They
now,
used to race on 44th Street, but going the other direction.
yes, going south. Now.
Somebody decided to come the other way.
Yeah,
They know a
another
dead
block
end.
down, and then there's also like drainage ditches there. So not only would they have gone through the fence, through the dumpster, they would have had to have gone into the drainage
They
ditch.
did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I didn't
But
look
how
at
do you
it.
go through a dumpster?
They jumped our entrance. Came down sideways.
Yeah, it definitely was a
Hit
wide.
the fence, that wooden fence.
Yeah.
Then went through the chain link fence and ripped the gate out of the ground and threw it. Through a 6x6 post that they broke about 35-40 foot up in the ditch. You can see where there's a flatbed marked from that dragging the car out of that ditch.
That's crazy.
Entry.
Yeah.
That was a reverse entry.
You have enough torque.
It had a wing on it, and the wing ended up in the tree. You got a pole with the heaviest in the back.
Hey, it sounds like we got an exhaust leak in the back of that thing. No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
it smells like. Smells like you're running on two-stroke.
If this thing breaks its diff right now, I'm really pissed.
Oh my gosh, that would be so
The
bad.
only way home.
Next time you walk, you can hop fences.
I was really hoping he was gonna do wheelies.
I thought he was doing a lap. Victory lap. Hey.
He can't see you.
You gotta flip it.
All sorts of clattery up in here. It's bad.
I broke the chain in the transfer case.
Did it make a noise? Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. What's that?
So hopefully it doesn't lock up.
Yeah. First time to the track. Ending with a tow home. Whoa!
Oh,
Well, we're going backwards. Go forwards.
What, are we gonna snatch him?
No, I was rolling.
No, I know, but he's like, alright, we're gonna snatch you. Ah! This thing's struggling.
Okay, there we go. Alright, so you guys gotta listen to this. Oh, that's a great. Listen to that. There's definitely something not happy in there. Oh man, they're having a hard time pulling.
Man, this thing's got some torque.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, they're making me work. work for it. Jeez. We broke it. Yeah, this thing sounds like a choo-choo train, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say power steering in the future is gonna be something that we're definitely gonna need, because this is brutal. Look at Cooper up there, professional photographer. If I was on the road and I saw what was going on here, I'd be like, what in the heck is going on with these idiots right here? We got a smart car being towed by towing some sort of freaking weird monstrosity. Stop it! No, no, no. They're trying to cut me loose. I'm not gonna let them cut me loose. Keeping it tight. James is trying to kick me off. No! No! No!
Oh shoot!
I go.
No! Oh, you jerk. Little help?
Did you guys let him go?
Oh, you don't do that to your car when it breaks?
That's so messed up.
What are you doing back there?
Oh, every time my car breaks, I just leave it.
You just leave it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy, this thing's all wrapped around the axle now. We're gonna have to cut the axle.
All right, so I hope that it's just the transfer case, because I'm trying to put it in gear, and even though we were moving, I haven't been able to put it in gear. I got first gear and I got fourth gear. All right, so now that you guys haven't ditched me, let's go back to the shop.
All right, we'll try not to leave you this time.
Aren't you glad you asked for our help?
Yeah,
anytime, bud.
Did we
pretty
ask?
awesome getting
They kind of just
stranded.
hopped on.
No, you said, hey, come, we need your help. And I'm like, all right,
I don't-
fine. If
I
you
don't
would
remember
sit,
that.
If
I don't
you,
remember
just like
that.
the headlight, I seen your ad, and here I am.
Wow. It's kind of like, hey, I mean, volunteering for a kick in the groin. That's kind of what that's like.
Well, every time my car breaks, I just leave it where it breaks.
I've seen it.
You got left, you know, you almost got back to the shop. before you got
It's
left.
back.
I mean, success on our part, right? We got him back.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Huge success on
Thanks.
James's
Yeah.
part.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Well,
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I
we
guess.
got to figure out what we
Bye,
can
Good job,
Cooper.
guys.
See you later.
Good job from here.
So, spare Treble Edge SS transfer case in there?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're gonna have to tear it apart one way or the other and find out what's what. So, I don't know. It was definitely a weird sensation. By the way, so when it went from asphalt to concrete, it was like, "Rah!" And then it grabbed, and it was definitely I don't know what it looked like, but it felt pretty wild there for a second. So let's see what we get. See what's broken.
Open it up.
Hit the concrete, it was like,
Dude, you just did like Michael Jackson, like.
that's what it did. You'll see it.
Thriller.
Insert slow-mo clip here. You'll see it. The separation on that front right went from being like ride height to,
Yeah. No, I felt it,
and then you didn't feel anything when that transfer case broke.
Yep. Yeah, our drive shaft is definitely smoked. That's the last we've got out of this thing.
Ooh.
When it bites, it definitely still like it's freaking
And
apple
you
core
cut
in it.
that off?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's a whole nother inch off, right? Every bit of that. Dude, all right,
Plus
drive
ride
shaft.
height, plus rebound.
Yeah.
What you got to do is, I mean, you just
Oh man.
you leave it like this, and then that's your fail point. You know, you don't have to buy U joints.
I put
Separate the
a
U-joint.
line on it.
Yeah, it's a
See if
fusible
twisted.
link right there. Yeah.
See my twist line?
Yeah, it dented it.
It definitely dented it. Holy.
How did you not hear that?
Dude, it exhausts next to my head. I mean, you can't hear much of anything.
The case isn't broken, you know you don't have to put it back on. You know it's gonna self-contain if it blows up.
I mean, that wasn't all the gusto by any means. We weren't even leaving on boost yet, you know. So theoretically, shouldn't this be impossible in the fact that we're going reverse in the front, and if that were together, right? I mean, so those are going forward, and
Can you
these are
rub your
going
belly
backwards.
and pat your head at the same time?
Can I rub my belly and pat my head?
At the same
While
time.
you're doing that.
While going.
No, I can't.
Is it in gear right now?
He's like,
didn't
he was
even
about
try.
to try. Try, Jeremy.
And do that at the
Just rub your belly and pat your
rubber.
head.
All right, so yeah,
In gear and see if it turns.
I had to get that right. It takes. I have to think
All
about
right,
it.
your turn.
I bought myself some time by
already did.
repeating what you said. It's just
Try.
it's a dad trick. All right, now rub your head, pat your belly. It's kind of hard.
All right, now you do it.
Pat, what? Pat?
Rub head, pat belly.
Belly rub head.
I don't think that was-
As bad as he was saying this.
His hand stopped on his head.
My hand was doing what your hand is doing.
All right, kids, I'm gonna let it down real quick.
Well, I'm saying it shouldn't be doing that
That's a
if
good one.
if it's in gear. It shouldn't be moving anything.
Really low compression, motor spinning over too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this shouldn't happen if a car's in gear.
There you go.
Yeah, I wonder if it broke the shaft. Oh, it's open. Do it again. Sounds like it's in here.
Yeah. It definitely
in here.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, it's right here. That's when I sat there and I was like, it feels like it was right on my hip there. All right, guys, we're gonna tear this thing apart and we'll find out what is going on in the next video. But thank you guys so much for watching. That was definitely a blast. I wish we could have gone a little farther, but heck, man, maybe we're gonna need a drive shaft too. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless you.